Hello viewers, welcome back again to my live section. So let us actually take a look at what happened in court today. You guys know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in court again 19th June 2024, and this time around, guess what? The Nigeria has closed case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. They closed this case because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's defense team told the judge that the prosecution team has not actually brought enough witness, so they actually closed his court case today. Now, I want us to actually take a summary of what really happened in court, because a lot of things happened in court. So it says that the case between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and federal government has commenced with both legal teams introducing themselves. Shortly after the fifth witness named PWEEE has been called into the witness box for cross-examination. However, due to the close monitoring of court attendance by some DSS officers present in court, unfortunately, live updates from proceedings of cross-examination in chief of witness PWEEE would not be made available to the public at this moment to avoid being held in contempt of court orders. Meanwhile, we urge Biafrans to remain patient and unwavering as we strive to do the needful. Even concerning what was going on, we later heard that they had to even close media coverage. There was a blackout and they closed media coverage. They didn't allow people to video what was really going on in court. I don't know the reason why they did not want people to video what was going on in court. But you can see what happened. This is the fifth witness they have been bringing. The person in the last court case, it was the fourth witness who came out and was talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sending him to buy 2,000 people and he buy 30. Have brought the fifth witness, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legal team now told the judge that enough with the witness. The prosecution the prosecuting counsel that them have been bringing witnesses for so long now. So the defense team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that, told the judge that enough with the witness. Before you know it, that the judge now said that they're going to close the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So reading on to the next thing that went on in court, it says that the case was adjourned due to court restrictions on updating cross-examination proceedings. We learned that the cross-examination has ended. The prosecution team led by Awomolo, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, have closed their case and ended their provision of witness today. Meanwhile, the defense team led by Kanu Agabi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, filed for a no-case submission. Consequently, the presiding judge, Justice James Omotosho, adjourned the case to 18 July 2025 for adoptions of written addresses on the no-case submission filed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's defense team. So people who don't really understand what this no-case submission is trying to say that the other team has been bringing enough witness. They have been bringing too much witnesses, so they are saying that enough of the witnesses, so let them cover the case. They're telling the judge that they should not bring another witness again. So the fifth witness for today ends the witness that's going to be in court. So they had to now adjourn his case to 18th July 2025, meaning that there are not going to be witnesses again that's going to testify against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again after the fifth witness finished testifying. So this is what Aloy Ejimako, the lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, posted on his Twitter page concerning what was going on. He said, today, the Federal Republic of Nigeria closed its case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The court granted the defense 14 days to file its written address on a no-case submission and 40 days to the prosecution to respond. The court then adjourned to 18 July, and this was what Aloy Ejimako said. He, as well as thanking Biafrans for their support all through this court case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You guys heard what the lawyer said, lawyer Aloy Ejimako. He said that the Federal Republic of Nigeria closed its case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the court has granted the defense 14 days to file its written address on a no-case submission. So definitely, the court has given the defense team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 14 days to write address on a no-case submission and 40 days to the prosecution to respond. You guys heard what the lawyer said. So Nigerian federal government closes case as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu legal counsel prepared to file no-case submission motion. You guys heard what he said. So I want us to actually listen to what the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that's the defense team, have to say about today's today's court proceeding. But before that, I want you guys to actually take a look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's entrance to the court today and how everything went. Let's take a look at this and I'll be right back.
Yes, that's it's an independent case, so it was able to find the
So what's the plan?
They want to file a motion.
Processing inside of that judgment.
Judgment has been resolved. Then further processes.
Okay.
It's not for
I even have processing. Good morning, sir. How are you? Fine, thank you. Good morning,
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Maxwell.
All of us is the ones, only a man does it. And this justice. Just
Let me see.
Good morning, sir. How are you, sir?
Okay, yes.
So guys, just watching this alone is going to tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a man of honor. They respect this man so well. You can see the way they welcomed him in court, as well as the way people were respecting and greeting him. When you see freedom, you will know. Like the way the court case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going, I already sense freedom. Freedom at last. Finally, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released. To be honest, he's going to be released. Because if you take a look at what is going on now, you find out that the witnesses, if you check all the things they testified against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you find out that there was nothing. All the things they testified against it, there was no proof for it. Even the judge was saying, where is the proof of you saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you to kill 2,000 people and you killed 30 people? That was what the judge was asking the witness for. Where is the proof? And the judge went on further saying, if there's no proof, that means you can't say the man did that. You have to bring a proof. They went as far as saying that they raided Eastern Security Network camp. They know why they went as far as alleging that they went, not even alleging, they accused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they saw the Insecurity Security Network group he created, they saw human heads and they were still eating human bodies. No, they tried to use this thing because they already know that, oh, the witness is coming to an end. The people that are going to testify against him is coming to an end. So they were looking for every possible thing to say, oh, this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shocked them. Anyway, guys, I want you guys to actually take a look at what the lawyers have to say about the court proceedings today. Like I told you guys, remember the last court case? The lawyer told us that let us see how today is going to be. That today is going to determine if they're going to close Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case. And I told you guys, even in the last live I did, I showed you guys what the lawyer said. He said, if today goes well, they will close the court case, just like I told you guys. Just take a look at what he said the last time, and I'll play you guys what he said recently. Now, what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyer said recently. Just take a look at what he said the last time.
Greetings, Barrister.
Thank you.
Okay, today, the 18th of June 2025, was slated for the continuation of trial between the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We observed today the PW4, Mr. DDD, was called into the witness box to testify their role in this very case. Please, could you also tell us what happened within your powers? Because I understand there has been a sort of order, regarding divulging information. But go ahead, please.
Well, thank you very much. Today, PW4, known as DDD, continued in his testimony before the court, and he further identified the statements he made, his evidences in the previous sitting. He acknowledged that he attended the container as well as the exhibit Z, which is the transmitter. He also went further to give more evidence with respect to the happenings, the killing of Bulak, the killing of Ikonso, and the issues of sit at home. Under cross-examination, he admitted that Bulak was killed on a Sunday, contrary to the assertion that he was killed on a Monday. He also admitted under cross-examination that one of the documents he tendered, and that is the Vanguard online publication, which he tendered in the last sitting. He admitted that anybody who releases such confessional statement to the police, to the public, or to the press is acting prejudicially. There are so many other evidences he gave, which we may not analyze at this point in time, because we do not want anything that will hamper or reduce the integrity of our matter. We strongly believe that the prosecution is most likely going to close this case before Friday, or not before Friday. It all depends on what happens tomorrow, being Thursday, when a new witness is most likely going to be presented by the prosecution according to the prosecution lead counsel. So if they present that witness, we'll know what the witness will say and possibly cross-examine him either the same tomorrow or on Friday. But we thank God for everything, and as we always say, the level we have gone so far is the level I call the Surugede level. Even that is the spirit, the dance of the spirit. Our fingers are crossed. We all have hopes, very, very high hopes. And it's our very strong belief that Omo Chineke, wherever we are, will continue to maintain the peace as we have always been known to maintain. So far, the evidences tendered, to my mind, has not shown that Omo Igbo or Biafrans or Omo Chineke were responsible for any killings. Rather, the evidence has shown that 200 people were killed in Nkpo by state security agencies, including the Nigerian Army, the police, and the SSS. That is the evidence so far we've gotten, that over 200 persons were killed. Of course, we've not also seen the 2,000 heads, human heads they mentioned. We've also not seen the 30 heads they allegedly claimed Biafrans had assembled for the burial of Ikonso. So there are so many things, so many loose ends, which they've not been able to tidy it up. We thank God because it shows that our client is innocent and will continue to be innocent. It is for them to prove his guilt, and so far we have not seen such proof before this court. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
So maybe you guys listen to this is what the lawyer said on yesterday's court case, saying that if today's court case goes well, they are going to close the case. And exactly that's also happened. Just take a look at what the lawyer also have to say about today's court case, which is Thursday, 19 June 2025. Guys, take a look at this.
19th of June 2025, sorry. We are happy to announce to the world that the prosecution has finally closed their case today with their last witness, PW5, known as EEE. He came and tendered reports of the NSAS, and in the course of the reporting, he alleged that it was the state.
President Tinubu, you tweeted when we had our Boko Haram problems.
19th of June 2025, sorry. We are happy to announce to the world that the prosecution has finally closed their case today with their last witness, PW5, known as EEE. He came and tendered reports of the NSAS, and in the course of the reporting, he alleged that it was the statements made by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that instigated the damages during the NSAS. And he was subjected to a thorough cross-examination by the defense team under Mazi Bazu. And as God will have it, we are happy to announce to you that so many things went wrong with his report, including the fact that not even the signature of the chairman or the name of the chairman or the secretary of the report of the committee he claimed to represent was found in the entire report. We are happy to announce to all of us of freedom that the matter has been adjourned to the 18th of July 2025 for a no case submission. In other words, to tell the court and to show to the court that the prosecution merely wasted 10 years of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life by arresting and detaining him for no just cause. So we are happy. We have very short time within which to work. We are going to utilize that very short time and make sure we deliver on our mandate. And our mandate is to provide sufficient defense for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you and God bless you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. Well, I am very excited to be here as always, even though, as usual, the DSS prevented me from entering the courtroom. But I'm a living witness to history. The first time Mazi was abducted from Kenya and brought here, I was in court to warn them that, in fact, I was one of the few people that came here as soon as they did their kangaroo arraignment, that this case is not going anywhere, and that there's no way, it doesn't matter how long it takes, it's going to end up the way it started, as nothing, and it will end up as nothing, because there's nothing that can stand up on nothing. The foundation of this was malice. It was a suppression of a section of Nigerian people and a violation of the fundamental right of a Nigerian British citizen who was abducted from another country, brought here without due process and detained indefinitely, even presented from having open and fair trial, which we have seen all over the time. As a matter of fact, today we already had an altercation with the DSS, preventing people from moving around here. But you know, they started by blocking everywhere. Now they are tired, they can't even block half of the road, because you cannot stop an idea whose time has come. And this is what we have won them. And I'm glad that they are reaching the dead end that we have predicted. The dead end is that there will be a no case submission. In fact, I would have an issue with the lawyers if I were to be involved, because there's no need to even file a no case submission in a case that never existed in the first place. But you have to do your own legal work. And let me use this opportunity to also appreciate all the lawyers and all the people who have stood in solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu. I've said it that if I'm the last person that will stand with him, I will stand with him. Now mine is not political. In fact, the most unpopular political decision to take in Nigeria is to stand with Nnamdi Kanu. So if you want to win election, you know who to stand with, which is the federal government. But I'm not doing this to win election. I'm doing it for the freedom of our people everywhere we might find ourselves. And I believe that if Nigeria is going to become one, it has to be on the basis of justice. We cannot be suppressing a section just as the rest will flourish and think that you can go home to rest. And you have seen it now. Even those people who never believed Nnamdi Kanu a few years ago, they have seen it with what the Fulani herdsmen are doing, killing hundreds of people. They are doing it also in the southeast. They've killed in Ebonyi, they've killed in Enugu, they are killing in Edo, they are killing in Kogi, they are killing people across the country. Imo, yes, there was some killing. So this was what Nnamdi Kanu told you as a prophet. But he has always told me, when I met him in New York, that he's not a prophet. He's just saying the reality of what the Nigerian project is all about. That it was a fake project put together and it can never materialize until there is justice. And this is what we keep advising them. The interesting thing was that there was even a time in 2019 that they charged me secretly with him. I filed a charge here that I connived with him to kill some policemen. So the case never came to trial, and it will never be. So we can't wait to see Nnamdi Kanu rejoin all of us.
All right,
and I'm very certain that that will happen. Sure. It's just a matter of time. Yeah. And it doesn't matter how long they do their case, which I never believed in that.
So guys, you guys have listened to what Showore said in this video. You guys watched the video. Now Showore is saying that for the fact that he's in court today, he's not doing it because of, to win election or anything, but he's doing it because he wants to stand beside Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, especially to see that, the Igbo people get their freedom so that everything happening in Nigeria ends. I remember when people were saying that, this man is just ranting rubbish. They went as far as insulting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Never you follow that Igbo man. Never you listen to that Igbo man. But many people are crying out their hearts now because of the insecurity in their land. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us about the Fulani herders, telling you that, those people are not good people. They're only coming into your land to take over your land. And the worst part of this, that our Nigerian government are allowing it. Yes, they're in support of it. I don't know the reason why they're in support of it, but even if someone tells me today, oh, that our president is the head of a Fulani group, I will not be surprised, because we've been hearing rumors allegedly flying up and down saying that the vice president is the leader of a particular Fulani group. Nobody is going to be surprised. Because tell me why the Fulani people attacked Benue State and the government did not do anything about it. In fact, it was now when the pressure was now much. Before you know it, they said that Bola Ahmed Tinubu now went to Benue State to meet the people who lost their loved ones. So if it was the Nigeria did not push him to do it, he wouldn't have gone. The same thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning us many years ago. Never you accommodate a Fulani person. Now, see the way Fulani are massacring people like chicken. These people don't even have hearts at all. They injure people, they kill thousands of people without anything, and they get defended by our Nigerian government. They're always defended in any attack that they take. Just online recently, we saw where a Fulani man was saying threatening Benue State again, since they're going to launch attack again, as well as even threatening very dark man. They're going to launch the attack again if care is not taken. You can imagine. And to today, that guy has not been picked up. But if it was an Igbo man that said such a thing, that guy will automatically be picked up. You guys, the Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not even call the governor's name, governor of Benue State. He should not call the man's name, because that man is powerless. The thing going on in Benue State now is a president that should help us in solving it. And if the president is not capable of doing it, then you know that the thing happening in Benue State, they are aware of it. They know people who are doing it. I want you guys to just listen to what Barrister Darlington have to say about this Benue case, as well as I'll still show you guys a video where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was warning us about Fulani headers. Guys, just take a look at what Mr. Barrister Darlington have to say according to this case.
Please, people should leave the governor alone. He is powerless. He can't do anything. Tinubu should do his responsibility and stop shipping it to other people. When we came and Fubara, we are quarreling in river. Did anybody tell Tinubu to impose state of emergency? Why didn't Tinubu say, Fubara, okay, go and look into that matter, settle it. Even when the man was trying to settle the matter, Tinubu wouldn't have it. Now look at what's going on in Benue. And he's now calling on the governor. Look at hypocrisy here. Moses, look at with all this performance of Tinubu, I can no longer believe that the federal government hand is not what's going on in Benue State, and in fact in all over the country. I am telling you, nobody can exonerate the federal government from Buhari to Tinubu. It's like there is something they entered into, and that thing will not be far from bloodbath. How can the federal government just be looking? Don't terrorists from other countries, not even Nigerians, because they have confirmed that these people are not Nigerians. So, what is your own government doing, for God's sake? Barrister, those who didn't know what happened in 1967, right. Look at it happen. Look at it now. Look at it stand out in the face.
Barrister, I like the fact that you mentioned Buhari in this thing. So practically, it's more like what started from the Buhari era is continuing.
I'm telling you, yes.
So there is no break. But let's go back to the purported statement put out by the president himself, because it's coming from an official bat, and it says, I have been briefed on the senseless bloodletting in Benue State. And it goes on to say, enough is enough. Enough is enough means this is not the first time that the president is getting to hear about it.
You have said it several.
And he also says, I have directed the security agencies to act decisively, arrest perpetrators of this evil act on all sides of the conflict.
Good.
So the president clearly understands that there is an ongoing conflict based on the statement put out here, except of the statement. Barrister, does it look like the president is hamstrung and that he's buck passing? He's trying to scapegoat the governor.
No.
Does it look like, because if we understand that this thing started from the Buhari regime, and well, he said that he was going to continue from where Buhari stopped.
Exactly.
So does it look like his hands are tied? Because we see this thing happen from a particular group of people, and we all know what is going on now. They gang up against the president. Is he trying to play ball? Are we back to the Jonathan era and all of this? Barrister, can you help us untie some of these contradictions?
Yes, what I can read for what is going on is that there is a secrecy around this thing. This woman bloodbath, there is a secrecy around it. I don't know whether it is an oath or whatever that a government will allow the people to be slaughtered like this on several occasions, only for them to make statements. Can you compare what is going on in Benue and what happened in River that he imposed the state of emergency?
No, Barrister.
Those people that supported those state of emergency, where are they now? Where are they?
No, Barrister, I would like to get your opinion on this one. We're talking about reconciliation on this state. What is even there to reconcile? Nigeria as a nation, we've not have any reason to say that cattle rallying now is a major source of revenue generation in this country. We haven't heard anything about that, and we don't know whether is cattle rallying now a national, a national business that now generates revenue for us, that we have to find a way to give lands to cattle rallying.
Remember,
what are we reconciling?
Please remember that Tinubu said he will settle this matter, and he created the cattle ranch or whatever. Even created a ministry headed by Jega. Is that not true? Please, my people, what happened to that ministry that Tinubu created? I told you here when he said that, I said, this thing will not resolve this matter because that is not the core of the matter. There is something these people are looking for. It's not your ranch. I said it here. Because people will say, you don't only believe in Tinubu, you don't believe in AP, I know these people, what they are playing pranks with us. There is no sincerity in whatever they are doing. What happened to that thing that Tinubu created to settle this matter? He's not even talking about it again. And when he did that, I told everybody who cared to listen that this will not solve the problem. Tinubu and Buhari knows what they did. They know what they are doing. This bloodbath cannot be for nothing. They should explain to us why they should allow Nigerian blood to be wasted in this manner. They should tell us. Because I don't see why this should continue from where Buhari stopped to where Tinubu is now. Right. And you say you have a president who will always come and tell us, we have already stopped insecurity. We have depleted Boko Haram, this and that.
All right,
and you know, it's just lip service. Look, I have said it here. Anybody who didn't know what happened in 1967 that caused the war, look at it now.
Okay, Barrister.
Look at it. After all, Babangida said it in his book that when Gowon could not stop the killing of the Igbos, that was what caused the war, the Biafran war. Look at it happening again. Look at it. Look at it happening again. Right, how can you continue to massacre people in this manner and you want them to fold their... The day these people rise up now, you will see. The narrative will change.
Let me bring it to you now, Mr. Akinfatinke. We learned that the persons who were protesting the killings in their state, the fact that their brothers, their sisters, their children, their wives are being killed, were being dispersed using tear gas and all that. And one of the reasons for that was that they told them that they should go back to their homes, that everything is under control, saying that the IG is now on top of this particular case, and the governor of the state, Alia himself, have provided the security personnel with all that they needed, including logistics and everything. Like my colleague Moses rightly pointed out, we learned also that the Chief of Army Staff said he's moving his base to Benue State to help end the issue of killings that is happening in that state. Now, the Pope have talked about this killing. Alias said it's more like genocide. Some persons also have come up to say that this is more like ethnic cleansing. Some people are trying to take over the land belonging to, Nigerians, and no one is doing anything or doing more enough to make sure it's being curbed. Nigeria is moving already to that particular position where everybody is scared of becoming a country of particular concern, CPC. If this actually happened, Mr. Akin, where are we going to find ourselves? Remember that we're still seeking for foreign direct investments and all that, especially in this present administration. It's also more of our mantra. Where then lies Nigeria in the international space?
I think it's a woeful outlook, no doubt about that. And like I said, complete failure of government. I will not box myself into limiting this to Buhari, Tinubu. I think it's gone beyond Buhari, Tinubu. We've had slaughters, we've had this in governments before, in regimes before these two gentlemen. It's not taking them out of it. I think I will always remember my history when I keep on saying that part of our problems is that we are different in all respects, and that we've not been able to resolve the leadership question. I remember Gumi, the father of the Gumi that we all know at this particular time, had vowed at one point in time through their quote-unquote jihadis that they were going to take the Quran from the Sahel in the north of Nigeria to dip it in the Atlantic Ocean. I am convinced that government, the people, terrorists, and that Nigeria is being invaded with a target in the Benue and Plateau, and perhaps will now extend to the rest of Nigeria.
Under whose watch? Obasanjo was in government between 1999 and 2007. Can you tell us, do you know the number of Nigerians that were slaughtered in cold blood?
Oh, no.
Under Buhari alone, the Punch newspaper in the editorial reported that 63,318 Nigerians were killed in the 8 years.
So what's your point?
So my point is now is that if you say that, look, that Gumi said that they were trying to dip the Quran into the ocean, at what point did this agenda manifest? Because we didn't clearly see it during the...
And this is what I started by saying, that the present government led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu has failed woefully. I'm sure you heard that. But don't ask me that, what do I think? And I said, look, I'm going to have to extend it. If you said you didn't see it during Obasanjo, yes, in this kind of quantum. If you said you didn't see it under Yar'Adua or Jonathan, under this kind of quantum, I am tracing back to tell you and to tell Nigeria by conviction that we are being attacked seriously, like we started then, and gruesomely now, because some terrorists have decided that they were going to try and seize land that does not belong to them.
Are we going to attribute this particular attack or this particular killings to the issue that we have, or to the fact that we have Muslim ticket? Recall that Obasanjo made a statement in 2022 saying there's a path, there is also a call for total Islamization of Nigeria as a nation. Is that where we are getting to at this point in time? Recall the Muslim ticket that also surfaced, and it happened at this point in time, and yet the killings also are happening. No one is saying anything about that. People are saying, don't point your finger to a particular ethnic group or a particular people. Don't stereotype the killings. But we see it also play out and all that. Is that what we're getting to at this point in time?
What is happening is that you are shifting to even agree with some of the things I am saying in terms of my disagreement that it is the Muslim ticket thing. No, it cannot be, because Muslims has also been slaughtered. Christians have been slaughtered. Those who are not aligned have been slaughtered. And I'm telling you, this problem goes a bit much deeper, and it is about land acquisition and about terrorists, that our flanks are open. And this is where I will agree with Chukuma, that I know that during Buhari's regime, allegedly, we opened our flanks, and people started using the words that our cousins in Futajalon and all that, which again does not help the issue. So I do not think, I'm not convinced that it has something to do with the Muslim ticket, because Muslims are being killed as much as Christians are being killed.
We are running out of time. During the Buhari regime, we had the impression that all the security architecture, were the head of all of them were domiciled in the north. But now at least it's 50-50 more like the north and the south. So could you hazard a guess as to why the problem persists? Because the president was like, look, when I come in, I'm going to battle insecurity and all of that. And we have the National Security Advisor from the north, we have the Minister of Defense from the north, Minister of State for Defense from the north. But we have the Chief of Army Staff, who is from the west. We have the Chief of Navy Staff from the east, and all of that. So more like 50-50. So why is it that these problems persist? Does it look like there is a pact, like Barrister Darlington said. Is there a pact or what? Why is the president hamstrung? Does it look like there is something he cannot untie in this insecurity?
And I will just extend it further. Make all the security chiefs Christians. Make all of them Christians. This will not stop.
Why?
Wait. Make all the security chiefs Muslims. This will not stop. Why? Because we have a deep-rooted agenda that goes beyond you asking military to come into it. And he was talking about Aliyah being helpless. It goes beyond all that. The agenda to come and capture lands that do not belong to you, whether you set up the livestock ministry or not, is constant. Finally, during Jonathan's time, to buttress what I'm trying to say, and hopefully we'll be able to arrest you, during Jonathan's time, we had a military sir that was doing all the things that needed to be done, was going and then was decimating, was asked to stop by a southern president because of this deep-seated thing. We had issues that, who are we? Let's do a population census. We had somebody from a particular part of the south, he was making a lot of inroads. Certain people from other areas say, look, hey, Jonathan, you've got to remove this guy. So I am saying the problems we have in Nigeria, we are different tribes, we are different tongues, the military has been decimated, take it or leave it. Carrot and kinetic is failed. We must get to the root of looking at it, and I've just told you that. Look, right now, the chief samurai on the desk now is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We must restructure Nigeria. We must face the fact that Nigeria is not working. Conglomerate, we are not working, and it does not matter.
President Tinubu, you tweeted when we had our Boko Haram problems, when Goodluck Jonathan was president, that the buck stops with the commander-in-chief. We are repeating your tweets to you today. What are you going to do about Benue? Over 200 people killed in that way and manner. People burned to death. I thought the other day the military said that they had deployed and now their theater of command will be at Benue to be able to forestall crises like this. So why do we still have crises like this? And for the security agents, I know you had to protect life and property, but disrupting the protesters for protesting peacefully about the killings of their people, is that the way to go? Do you think those protesters would just love to come out and protest if their people are safe and sound? The Pope made a prayer for Benue, and that beamed the searchlight of the world on Benue. A lot of killing, we've not sorted it out. I think we should focus on Benue. I think we should not remind President Tinubu to at least visit the people there and give them succor. I want to focus on Benue this morning because I don't want to focus on the aberration our politicians are doing, that they are more concerned about endorsements and coalition ticket between President Tinubu and Kashim Shettima when Benue is burning. Isn't it an indictment on our politicians that all they have constantly talked about this week is about endorsing President Tinubu for 2027? When Benue is burning, when there's rampant insecurity in the country, when the state of the economy is unpalatable, there's high level of inflation, there's pain and penury, when we demand accountability and we don't see it, when Nigerians ask why 39 billion will be spent to renovate an ICC, and all they'll tell us is that we don't have class and we don't have tastes. Yes, we don't have class, we don't have taste, we are poor. But at least show that we have decency to respond by giving us a proper breakdown of what the project cost entails. That's just all we want with accountability. So my focus is on Benue this morning. I don't want to spare my thought talking about politicking and politicians trying to think of the next election when Benue is on.
So, my people, you guys have listened to what they said in this video, especially Barrister Darlington. Now, there was something that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told Showore a time like that. He told Showore that this country has potential, but it needs to wipe away evil government before this country can stand. So that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, that many people don't understand. That is what this man is fighting. He's fighting for the freedom as well as fighting for the whole Nigerians. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been long time ago against the Fulanis. He has been against them. Now, just take a look at what happened in Benue State. Everything he has been warning us about, that's what is coming to pass now. Everything, every single thing he warned us about, that is what is going on in Nigeria now. Now, the Benues are now crying. Every day, those people are attacking them. And the worst part is that they still come out and brag online, saying that more attack is yet to come to Benue. You can imagine. You even need to listen to what this Fulani man said about it. A Fulani man came online and was saying that more attack is going to happen in Benue if care is not taken. You see why I said we need a revolution now. Yes, Nigeria needs a revolution now. If not, things will get out of hand. I'm telling you guys on the streets, things will get out of hand. Every day by day, we are suffering in Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said this country has potential. We only need to wipe away bad governance for the thing to be actualized. If we don't wipe away bad governance, is Nigeria is still going to be the way it is. So the thing that what we need. So what we need actually is to wipe away these people. If you were, they say that freedom is not actually given; it is taken by force. So for us to get freedom, we need to take it by force. That is just one thing that people understand. For us to gain that freedom, we need to take it by force. But thank God that the federal government, the Nigerian federal government has now closed the case against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The legal counsel prepared to file no case submission motion. That is what is going to happen. So they have adjourned his case to 18 July 2025, and we pray and hope that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released. Yes, we already know, even if it's going to take so many time, even if it will take years, all we know is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released very soon. No matter how many years he's going to stay in detention, we all know that his release is permanent. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for today. Let me know your thoughts below. And also, if you know you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share, and turn on the notification button to get all the latest news in this channel. Don't also forget that he will be coming to court next time on the 18th July 2025. So guys, thanks for watching.